The light shall bring victory.
Actually, I haven't streamed in a while, it feels, just because of all this BlizzCon stuff. He goes first, I go second, quit out Mech Warper. I wouldn't be able to play Shredder until turn 3, but Shredder is extremely good against Priest. Even better than Fel Reaver without the downside because of Showered Death, perhaps. So, if he doesn't have the Showered Pain, Mech Warper has a good chance of surviving since Northshark Cleric kills kind of slow.
Greetings.
Hello.
Alright, I'm just gonna Frostbolt this. It's relatively hard for priests to curve out, so if you kill the first minion, they might be wasting their hero power in turn 2. S'moreman, thanks for subbing. Welcome back to the StrifeCro. Crowfist. It's nice to meet some of the people at BlizzCon. Everyone I met was really nice, so...
Let us see if this works.
I could get blown up by Villain's Chosen, but at least this will freeze this trade. If I fireball that, I can maybe get a good trade, but that seems kind of crazy. Might have to save it for the Sludge Belcher or something. Actually, I could freeze this guy, that might be better than losing my Mech Warper, so... Chronic88, thanks for subbing. Oh, welcome back to the StrifeCro. Crowfist. I was gonna say that was pretty scary. Let me see what I get here. That's good. I did miss my Fel Reaver, but Fel Reaver isn't particularly good against Priest. Just because Showered Death. It's also Light Bomb turn on turn 6, where I'd rather have a Shredder against Light Bomb. Does a little bit better there. Okay. Works out probably a little bit better for me than if you had a Cabal. It's really good.
Greetings.
Really good turn for Fel Reaver. Not weak to Light Bomb this turn.
The damned stand ready.
If you play the counter spell, don't click it on the left. Okay, that's kind of weird.
Quite what was planned.
I definitely want to kill that. I could play Dr. Boom. Then I could play Fel Reaver and Tinkertown next turn. I don't feel like I'm valuing the Divine Shield here that much anyway, as I could Fel Reaver and pinged, but I wouldn't be able to play Dr. Boom and Tinkertown next turn. It's hard for him to have that many Light Bombs, so I feel like if he does play Light Bomb, I should be able to play both these safely without Light Bomb number 2. This might just be lethal here. 9, 10, 13, 19, 20. It's not going to be lethal unless I get lucky with Boom Bots. I'm probably going to start by Unstable Portaling. Probably Fireball Ping, the Dr. Boom. I missed 1 damage with one of the Boom Bots, but I feel like if the Boom Bot killed a Noitron, I'd want to use another Boom Bot to kill his Boom Bot, so... Still okay, it puts myself in the Holy Nova range. Oh, that's interesting. Whenever this man takes damage, gain 3 attack. Overall, I'm just gonna say it's okay. Because I have counterspell. Actually, this might be better than Fel Reaver right now.
Not quite what was planned. You have better.
Jaina versus Jaina.
You asked for it. My magic will tear you apart.
These are definitely not cards I want to see, unfortunately. Fireball and Frostbolt are like the late game burn cards. I could take a Frostbolt early, it'd definitely be okay, but this is not good, the Fireball. I'm just trying to curve out minion wise. Yeah, I'm just gonna play Mad Scientist. It contests his guy, even though I'm leaving him a Sorcerer Apprentice. Even if he kills it with a spell, he'll be casting a spell on a Mad Scientist. I can always Frostbolt next turn, this way I get out my secret as soon as possible. I mean, even if I do decide to do the review on stream, it won't be today, because I don't know enough about it right now. Okay, I almost certainly have to ping the one-eyed cheat.
Wanted, dead or alive.
Battle Rage, kind of not good. It does give me card draw, but this usually ends in some kind of tempo race. It's hard to decide exactly whether Chugger or a Noitron is better. I think a Noitron is generally better if it can protect one of your other minions instead of dropping it on the empty board here. It does kind of force out 2 mana ping sometimes, but you know, I feel like even if he doesn't have 2 mana ping and just plays a Shredder here, it's still not great. If he trades, at least it freezes it 1 turn. Probably plan on playing Mirror Entity and the Snow Chugger next turn. Actually, I might be doing some crazy mech warp return. I can play all my mechs. Going to turn 5, it's pretty important to drop Mirror Entity though, because I know that he doesn't have a 1. Like, it's because he casts all spells next turn, last turn. It's kind of likely he has a 5-drop like Drake or Lotheb, and unlikely that he has a Mana Worm or any 1-drop to pop my Mirror Entity. Go for the Chugger. When I drop a Noitron with Mech Warper, then I have a minion to protect, so I do want to probably save the Noitron for when I play Mech Warper. Could maybe protect the Mech Warper. He missed his 4 and 5 drop. That's perfect.
Something needs tinkering? Hurry up. Online.
So I'm pulling pretty far ahead here. So, but I'm kind of scared. He went face last turn, didn't even trade for my 2-3, and he missed so many drops. It could be he has a very heavy burn hand. Double Fireball is 12 damage, but you know, his hand, it wouldn't be good as double Fireball. It's just something to consider. Cool. Might want to just get my Battle Rage going this turn. Could possibly get Flame Strike next turn, or I could get Dr. Boom Archmage. Dr. Boom Archmage is probably going to lose him the game, though. Blast Mage, I can trade 1 in, or I could just trade this in. Might be too weak. I don't think that's worth it for 1 more card. Let's go ahead and Battle Rage first. feel like there's no realistic way that he can do anything here other than Flame Strike and still have a chance to win this game. So I just went ahead and not played my Cogmaster. Because he can't play Dr. Boom or Archmage here into a mirror entity. And he's been missing creature drops, so his whole hand is like spells. I think last time I was at, say, 1080p, I think my stream was freezing a lot. It's either going to have to be at 30 FPS and at 7 or 1080, the resolution, or it's going to be at 60 FPS at 720. I think that's the trade-off right now, because last time I was doing 1080 at 60 FPS, I was freezing on my stream a lot. And even the recording was freezing, so it wasn't actually the upload.
Jaina versus Valera.
Watch your back. You asked for it.
Okay, this is a really fast hand, but it might be too many 1-drops. Clockwork Gnome is kind of weak against Rogue. I might have even wanted Mulligan 1 Mana Worm. Mana Worm shines in matchups where it fights spell minions like Hunter and against Paladin. It is much better than Clockwork Gnome though against Rogue, just because of the hero power. But oops. Probably should have coined out the other Mana Worm. I can still use my coin to get that 1 damage if I'm losing a damage still by not playing that second Mana Worm. Actually, I could, that actually makes sense anyways, to play the second Mana Worm like this, then coin out the Chugger. So I'm losing 1 damage from getting 1 power of my Mana Worm for the play. But with the Shredder draw, I might want to just do that. So potential SI or Deadly Poison. Just save my coin. I want to play a line that gives me the strongest board control, not really the most face damage. It's very important for me to use my coin here. Even though I talked like mad scientist, I can just play the 1 and the 2. But if I don't use the coin, this is a 1/3 and it doesn't trade as good, because I can hero power this after. Chances are a little bit too low. I'd probably kill a Farseer, but the Shredder generally won't die here. And then I just waste the damage, so I'm leaving up a 4-1 against, or 4-2 against the 5-4, so... Slight 3D, thanks for subbing. Welcome back to the StrifeCro. Crowfist. Probably put both of my minions here.
Time runs out on me.
It's very awkward, honestly, because I don't want to trade 2 2/2s for a 2/3, but then on the other hand, I really want to get my secret this turn to protect my, because this is my strong tempo turn with Fel Reaver here. If I get a counterspell or a mirror entity, it helps a lot for the tempo this turn. Suiciding my 2/2 on the Loatheb doesn't make that much sense, because unless I can kill it, it can just trade the Loatheb into the Fel Reaver, so...
This guy's toast.
Still worked out a little bit better for me to trade. Fan Knives would have cleared out all my 2/2s for free, so... And then I wouldn't have killed this guy. Alright, I'm just gonna Portal instead of Fireball.
This is going to be amazing.
I only have 5 cards left in my deck, but that's probably okay.
Choose soon.
All my top decks should be good. They either get a cheap spell or a cheap mech for Blast Mage. Probably playing Dr. Boom no matter what this turn. But a lot of my cards should synergize well with these 2 cards. Six, not too bad. I want to save Frostbolt for Archmage next turn. I could do something like Counterspell Fireball, or I could Blast Mage Counterspell or something. Actually, wait, let's just... Alright, let's play Counterspell. I feel like Sprint is kind of one of his cards that he needs to play soon. He's been playing power turns, and now as he's running out of cards, he wants to play Sprint. Huh. Didn't do anything. Okay, well, Archmage plus Portal now. I have a Counterspell up to protect my Archmage. Is another reason why I want to play Counterspell, but it's mostly for the Sprint.
I get that.
Like, normally the way that these matchups work is you play power cards as Rogue, and then after you run out of cards, you play Sprint as your last card. You know, if someone's fighting you really hard for board control and rushing you down, you almost never have time to play Sprint early. So I thought that was a really good time to play the Counterspell.
Jaina versus Jaina.
You asked for it. My magic will tear you apart.
I might just go ahead and drop an Neutron. It's probably my most underwhelming 2-drop out of all of them.
I am ready.
So even though I could wait for Mech Warper and get more synergy with my mechs, I don't have any spells for Mana Worm, so if he plays minions, it's hard for me to trade. And the spare part is a spell for my Mana Worm.
For Mechazard. Oh!
It's kind of dangerous to leave up a Mana Worm, especially with him having a coin in his hand. Plus I get some value from my hero power. I'm gonna assume that that's Mirror Entity. Okay, so do I want to get a Neutron Mana Worm? I think I want to play both of these this turn. I feel like Mana Worm might be a little bit more dangerous. Since if I'm playing this, most likely his Neutron will just be getting my Divine Shield. So either way, Mana Worm and a Neutron are both kind of like 1-2s. But Mana Worm has more potential to grow, and this guy's Taunt. It looks like I'm not going to be making a trade into the Kirin Mage with my board next turn, so I'd rather him not grow his Mana Worm if it was. Let's just go ahead and kill it with a ping and a trade. It might be a Duplicator, Effigy or something. Kind of like Fireball overloaded right now. Might just get some value from my hero power here while I can. Oh, jeez. Is this still worth it? I don't think so. I mean, generally this card is good for me for a Shredder, because his deck is more reliant on spells than me, but my deck at this particular point in time, you know, is very spell heavy, unfortunately. I just want to give myself an option to kill Lorewalker Cho if I want to, but I might not, because he's a tempo mage. He's a more spell heavy deck than me normally, but you know, for right now my hand is just more spells. Just ended up that way.
You require my assistance.
Someday I'll be just like you. Someday I'll be just like you.
I probably should have just killed Zorwalker last turn. I can't afford to take a hit from Dr. Boom, so still pretty far behind though.
Hurry up! Portals online! Something needs tinkering?
He has to be really spell heavy because he missed a drop last turn. Pretty much didn't play anything. I feel like he has either like 2 fireballs in hand or he has some kind of like flame cannon type spells that only hit minions. Hopefully it's the spells that only hit minions, because if he has double fireball, I'm pretty much dead. Ooh, that's nice. Pretty good result, 3 in face. I think my minions is more valuable right now. Uh-oh.
Time runs out on me.
Ooh, straight into Dr. Boom. Can't really afford not to play it, I think.
What to do?
I may at least check for effigy or something.
I'm great. It's paramount.
I'm pretty much gonna get milled out this turn, but you know, he could just play his spells before killing my Fel Reaver, and I'd still be milled out, so it still makes sense to stealth the Fel Reaver. Gonna need a win with just this board, pretty much. 2 hits of each minion.
I'm out of cards.
It's like super unlikely I win, because I need 2 more hits with Dr. Boom, but it's not happening.
Soldiers of the cold dark, obey the
You win this.
Jaina versus Gul'dan.
Your soul shall be mine.
You asked for it.
I'm gonna keep everything here. It's very likely that I do get a Blast Mage on 4. I can do 1 coin 3 and 3 like that. I'm not exactly sure. I think my screenshot might be messed up right now because this Harvest Golem seems like it should be a Spider Tank from the screenshot, but that. Thanks for subbing. Welcome to StrifeCro. Crowfist. I'd rather just play the Tinkertown. Does more damage. Mania Coke, thanks for resubbing. Welcome back to the StrifeCro. Crowfist. Dragon. Implosion is kind of likely next turn. And Twilight Drake. I like pushing face damage a lot more than trading, especially against this deck, because Molten Giants is kind of unlikely. Getting him low is super important for me, and I could trade both in. If I trade this in ping, I really don't get anything else to do this turn, so if I play Counterspell, I would be good against Implosion, but not against Twilight Drake, so... Yeah, he's getting real low at 20. I can get 6 damage this turn, plus the Blast Mage in. It actually makes a lot of sense to Neutron and trade into the 3-3, but also in Counterspell and Neutron next turn together. I'm just weak to the trade right now on Blast Mage. I'm going to do the Neutron move anyways. I can play Fel River next turn. It's just, I don't really want this Twilight Drake to be trading into my minion. It's kind of like a freezing trap in a way. Not really like a freezing trap, but it tanks a lot of damage. I can actually force him to play Healbot next turn. Let's see, I have 6 damage on board, plus another 6, that's 12 damage. I might actually not want to get blown up at Big Game Hunter here. I'm just going to play Blast Mage. At this point, it trades pretty well. I might be able to do some cool trading here. This is going in for sure. I'm not trading here even if I get Shadow Flame. That's his whole turn. So probably just Whirling Blades for 1 more damage. Effectively the Whirling Blades might stay for 2 turns because he just trades here. I mean he could trade here, but it's like the same thing, so. Card review will have to be like tomorrow, pretty much. Oh, he does have Giants. I'm not ready for it yet right now.
My shield for Argus.
What to do?
I'm gonna have to expose myself to Big Game Hunter now. This card is like way worse against potential BGH. So it's going to be Fireball and one more thing, either a Counterspell or a Snow Chugger. I like the Counterspell actually. I mean, what spells would he cast? I feel like I'm kind of not with spells. It's kind of why I feel it's weird. Start by portaling actually. Rather Portal than Chugger, because if Chugger dies, I don't have any way to activate Blast Mage. I just used the Counterspell to protect this board. I have a lot of damage right now, so he kind of feels like I kind of feel like he needs a Shadow Flame or Hellfire. It just does more damage than a Snow Chugger. Even though with the double Watchers, you know, it's kind of Battlecry's not so good, but hopefully I still have a card next turn. Looks like I probably won't. 3 cards, so it's got to do with just this board by now. Wondering if I can kill him. I might not be able to kill him. If I get this 8 damage, but it's unlikely 3 of these Watchers. Let's see, is it possible that I kill him? I don't believe so. If I trade here and keep my 8-1, it'll just die next turn. I guess I have to do that, that's my only chance. Because I'd trade this in, and just trade everything into the Watcher, I won't win. So I have to trade like this and use it to remove a 2/3 and then ping it. Probably just going to attack here as well. That I can trade the Mana Worm and ping next turn. Like, I have almost no chance of winning. I do win on board. It's just, you know, he has cards left. I don't have cards.
So many possibilities.
No, obviously it's any spell like Hellfire, but... So, yeah, I don't kill him. Because I can remove this and get the damage, but that's all. I won't be able to do any more damage this game.
You win.
Ow. I'm dying a lot to Fel Reaver.